well today. I hope you're having a lovely 4th of July if you're in the United States celebrating our independence as a country. Uh-oh, Cosmo is getting too much palo up his nose. You can't have any of that, sweetheart. Nah, you can't. Nah. Mm-mm. You need to go back in there and eat your fruit like I told you. You're still. You're gonna get burned! Boy, he just stuck his head inside the candle. And then when I tried to save him, he didn't attack me. He just sounded like he was going to. Boy, you are really trying to burn yourself this morning. You have to be really careful with birds or they will burn themselves. They can actually easily burn themselves. He likes the smell of the Santa, Palo Santo for some reason. You know, that's not something you need. It's not good for birds to eat palo. Yeah. Let me put it over there. The energy looks good. I just don't know what's going on with him lately. It's like he is not going to leave me alone when I do readings. It's very frustrating, but it is what it is. He's got issues, just like the rest of us. Alright, Spirit. How do you want to do this reading? Please help me. Please help me. Give me the ability to see what I need to see, hear, feel. Use whatever you need to use. Whatever gifts you've given me, help me to use them to bring peace and joy and love to people's lives. And only good and positive energy. Unless we need to in some way face our shadows, and then help us to do that in a constructive way that builds us up and brings healing to our lives. I've got to put him in his cage. You're gonna have to. You're not going to do this. Mama has to make readings with a video on, and you're not in the cage. Guess what? Where you have to go. I put minutes on this house. You're not going to disturb my videos every time I go. It's just not going to happen. You're literally only 3 feet tall, or 3 inches tall, rather. Oh, he really is a distraction lately to the videos. Alright, so I got a song. I'm going to give you the song. It's in the description box. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for being here. I do answer questions after I do the general reading, and if you would like to be on the list, I'll be happy to put you on the list. I have not invited any moderators today because it's a holiday, and I didn't expect to have much participation. Most of the time when it's a holiday, nobody watches and they see the replay. Alright, so the song that I got that's going to shape this reading is called Here Without You by 3 Doors Down. Here Without You, 3 Doors Down. So I'm going to read you the lyrics, and like I said, you can go into the description box and you can listen to it if you'd like. Oh, come on, it's still... There it is. Alright. 100 days have made me older since the last time that I saw your pretty face. 1,000 lies have made me colder, and I don't think I can look at this the same. But all the miles that separate, they disappear now when I'm dreaming of your face. I'm here without you, baby, but you're still on my lonely mind. I think about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time. I'm here without you, baby, but you're still in my dreams, and tonight it's only you and me. The miles, they keep rolling as the people leave their way to say hello. I've heard this life is overrated, but I hope that it gets better as we go. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm here without you, baby, but you're still on my lonely mind. I think about you, baby. I dream about you all the time. I'm here without you, baby, but you're still with me in my dreams. And tonight, girl, it's only you and me. Everything I know, yeah, and everywhere I go, oh yeah. It gets hard, but it won't take away my love. Yeah, yeah. And when the last one falls, when it's all said and done, oh, it gets hard, but it won't take away my love. I'm here without you, baby, but you're still on my lonely mind. I think about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time. I'm here without you, baby, but you're still with me in my dreams. And tonight, girl, it's only you and me. Yeah, oh yeah, oh. So there's somebody that you miss. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what Spirit has to say about it. Thank you for the like. Thank you so much. Hello, Liliana. How are you? How are you? And Lane Esposito. Hello. Lene. Is it Lene? Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. If not, I do apologize. Good to see you. Good to have you, Liliana. I'm so happy to have you both here. Thank you for commenting on the reading. So somebody is at a distance from you or in separation from you. You're not with them, but you're on their mind. And for some reason, there's been some lies that have been told. That came out also. So, and it's like they're saying, I can't look at this the same anymore because of all the lies. And maybe there was a person in your life and the two of you have been separated, and because of you not being with them, there's been some lies that have been told. All right, what is going on here, Spirit? Gratitude came out. For some reason, there's a need for gratitude. All right, and then we have gentleness and faith. So Spirit's working on our faith. And we saw that maybe also money is involved here. We saw that yesterday. The star keeps coming out. I don't know if the moon is in Aquarius. I haven't been keeping up with it this week. Spirit, what happened here with these two people? It could be a family member. It doesn't have to necessarily be romantic. But something happened between these two people. And now you miss this person. What happened? What happened to separate these two people? May I see, please? It could be a family member. Could be death could have separated them. Now that they're gone, you can only dream about them. Show me what happened here. Oh, that flew out the bottom of the deck. Your friends miss your face. So this is a friend who misses you. You're on their mind. They miss you. That says it all right there, doesn't it? So you have some friends who miss your face. And it says on the back, they need you and you need them. So somehow there's a sense that you need this person. You're grateful, your faith is here, and you're being gentle. Could involve some money, like I said. All right, what's being hidden? What's being hidden, Spirit? May I see what's being hidden? There we go. Okay. That somebody needs to check themselves. They're playing with fire. And they're not going to just sit back and relax. Okay, so it's almost like somebody is even threatening you here. Like, I'm not just going to sit down and take this shit. You better check yourself. You're playing with fire. Alright, and what's being shown? That you're not going to cook a meal. Alright, and what's going to happen next? Damn, that's flying out with force. Somebody's going to spend time with somebody. And interrupting is for assholes. So you're going to spend time with somebody, but they're going to interrupt everything. Somehow this person's going to interrupt your plans. Maybe of spending time with somebody. And this is family shit that's getting on your nerves. So you're having family drama. And people are messy. Love them anyway. What in the world is going on here? Somebody is secretly ready to go into attack mode. And they don't want to cook out. Like you might have plans to cook out on the grill today. And they're like, the hell with your plans. I ain't trying to spend time with you. I'm going to spend time with Bae. Making art, love, or music. But somebody's like, oh no, the hell you're not. You're going to stay here with this family. Okay, happy July 4th, right? What happened here with all the lies that got told? Show me what's going on here. What happened? Somebody was having differences and they need to stop overthinking. If you're joining me on the replay, hit that like button. Thank you for being here. Somebody felt like they were divinely guided and they didn't want to have differences. This is sounding like the same reading we had last night. Show me how this happened. Somebody has been living a double life and there are no differences. Maybe you've both been living a double life. That might be the thing that was told that was a lie. Show me how this happened. The lies. We're looking at the lies. Because I am who I am, not who you want me to be, and I'm not going to change. So this person was being very stubborn. They might smoke cigarettes or vape. They could wear a vest. Might wear hats. Could be very thin, very muscular. This is a friend of yours, and for some reason the lies were because something had not changed. What had not changed? They were using something to escape, or you thought they were, and they needed to learn their lesson. Lessons was in reverse and spun around on the floor. So somebody had not learned their lesson about escaping and changing, learning lessons. All right, what's being hidden? That you can't move on, but you have to move on because of how much of a burden this has put in your life. You have let yourself be this this person that you're estranged from or separated from. You can't move on, but it's like it's put a burden on you because you can't move on. Have you ever had feelings for someone and they wanted to go on with their life, but you couldn't get over it? It was just too much to bear. It was just a burden. The fact that you could not move on was causing burdens. All right, and what's being shown? That somebody has a desire to win. And when you feel this way, when you have these types of feelings, this happened because somebody felt like you hadn't changed, you were using something to escape, and that you needed to learn your lesson. Okay, maybe you did. Maybe you were getting messed up, drinking too much, smoking too much, doing whatever you do too much, and you weren't going to change. But this was causing you to learn lessons because you were being stubborn about your change. And secretly, it's like you need to move on, but you can't, and it's caused you to have the weight of the world on your back that you haven't moved on from this. And all this is going on for somebody, and then somebody comes in and is like, I'm going to have a desire to win. And maybe you are finally realizing, I got to let this go. I got to learn my lesson about using things to escape. I can't escape my burdens. You can't move on if you don't let go of your burdens. See how can't move on is here? If you let that go, you can get over these burdens. And I think you're secretly realizing that. And maybe you have a desire to finally say, I'm going to stop this behavior. Thank you for being here. I'll get to your questions in just a moment, okay? Somebody here might need to apologize. Have you ever known anybody who can't apologize? Like, they literally do not ever say they're sorry? They have literally, since you've known them, think back to one time that they've ever said, I'm so sorry that I hurt you. Sometimes we have people in life like that. Think about it. Are you the one who's never said, I'm sorry? Because that's a big deal. Being able to admit you're wrong, be vulnerable, and say, you know what? I did not change. I did not learn my lesson. I was using something, whatever that may be, to escape. Maybe you were watching too much TV. Maybe you were on your phone too much. You were doing something to escape your feelings because you felt like you were just not able to move on. But then all of a sudden, what you're showing to everybody is that you have this desire to win. For somebody, it looks like you're pretending to be clean and you're not. It's like you're pretending like you're doing well with your sobriety, but truly you're just not able to handle the burdens and you're keeping it secret. And secrets in sobriety keep you sick. This is causing me to have terrible stomach pains. Somebody could be pregnant here. Somebody could be you could be going into labor. Okay. All right. Show me what's going to happen next, because that's huge. You're going to take it slow when it comes to this love triangle. Let me say this. I don't know what this love triangle represents, but if it's truly what they call a love triangle, taking it slow is only going to prolong your misery. So, let's go back to the reading. What you can't let go of. What is it you can't let go of? A commitment. And you can't tell somebody either. It was somebody that you may have had a fling with while you were with somebody else. Yeah. You had an affair. I've been sleeping with somebody. You may have had a one-night stand. And there's something that you want to say to this person and you can't. And that's why you can't get this person off your mind. It's like you think about this person all the time. All right, let's see what it is that you want to say and you're not able to say. Because sometimes getting that out might help. All right, what is it that this person is not saying to this person that they had the fling with? What is it that they're not? Come on, Spirit. Somebody's energy is a mess. What is it that they're not saying? I'm not going to take this one, but I will take that one. They told me you were full of it. They told me you were full of it. All right, what would the person say in return? Oh, they flew out. Tell me again why you're single. I'm in a relationship, but I'm feeling you. You are full of it. They told you they were full of it, and they are. This person's like, why are you single? I'm in a relationship, but I'm feeling you. Like, why am I in a relationship, and why are you single? And you're over here going, they told me you were full of it, and damn it, you drive me crazy. I bet they do. I bet they do. I bet they do. So you're having a three-way relationship, but it's being kept secret, maybe. You might not be telling anybody that you can't get over this person. And somebody here is using something to escape. But it looks like even though they haven't changed, they've learned their lesson. It's weird. It's like you're pretending like you are. So... and over here in secret, you're like, I can't do this sobriety shit. But over here, you're like, I got this shit. All right, let's see if we can get a little bit more specific here with what happened. Show me how this happened. Somebody got a screenshot, and they wore a broke ass. Remember I said there might have been some money involved here? Show me how this happened, Spirit. Somebody needed to dust it off because they wore a broke ass. I'm not really ever sure how to take dusted off. Somebody was a karmic friend and they couldn't dust it off. But you made a mess with some friends and couldn't clean it up. Y'all could have all been friends and one of y'all got with the other one's person. Alright, show me how this happens. Somebody had no car. So there was somebody who had no car. That's how it happened. Alright, what's speaking? So maybe you needed a ride or something, and you got a ride with this person, and one thing led to another, and y'all had a fling, and you were their friend's friend. Alright, what were you hiding? That you were too busy winning. Oh my goodness. And what was being shown? That you were bankrupt? You were not an obsessive lover. You just had love on the brain. You did not have a bad reputation. but you were dodging bullets. And what's going to happen next? You're no longer going to, you're going to ignore somebody's scarcity tactics. So this person might be asking you for money and acting like they're broke all the time, or they may be broke all the time. They don't have a car, they're bankrupt. But in secret, they're busy winning. Why are they busy winning if they have all this bad shit going on? They're hiding the fact that they have some money from you. This is what they're reflecting on. They're reflecting on how much they're winning here. It's like they're thinking about all you do is get the benefits. It's like you're the friend with benefits type feel. Yeah, this is your desire to win over here. Secretly, you're reflecting on how you always want to win, but truly, all you do is carry these burdens around because of needing to move on. But you're going to ignore somebody's scarcity tactics. Nobody here caught a case, so there was no legal issue. Anything else happening here? Somebody's not going to be a stalker. Well, that's good. And you're not going to cock block either. Alright, so what's going to be the outcome of the love triangle? That's what I want to know. You're going to take it slow with the love triangle. Oh, we got a tarot card. Tarot all over the freaking place. Look at here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm not crying over you. I'm over your ass. No wonder that reading last night was so crazy and bizarre. We were playing with a deck that didn't have all the cards. Alright, let me unpack what we just pulled, because we just got the Eight of Pentacles, which is somebody working, acquiring expertise, compromising, the Five of Swords in reverse, the Four of Wands in reverse. So it's like there's been fighting going on at home, and you're trying to work that out. But there's devil energy at play, and somebody is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Is that not what I just told you? That this person is pretending like they're not escaping, they're not using something to escape. They don't have a car. They're bankrupt. They're saying that they're not obsessive, but they just can't get you off their mind. They don't have a bad reputation, but they are dodging bullets. And this is probably why, because this person's been fighting, and it looks like you've been fighting about work or working. I'm not sure. Let's pull some tarot. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here? Because of the Eight of Cups. Because you wouldn't walk away. You were too afraid to walk away, so you continued to work or work on something. Why was the Five of Swords here? Because of the Ten of Cups and the Fool in reverse. Same thing we had last night. And I've been giving this pair some thought. And you could have everything, but you're too afraid to start something new. It's like you could literally have the most complete loving family in the world, but you're too afraid to start something new. You're missing the Nine of Pentacles, which would be you standing up on your own 2 feet and handling yourself. Alright, why is the Four of Wands here? Because of a Chariot. Because you're recognizing an opportunity to overcome this. I think you're finally seeing you can overcome this, but somebody's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Why is the Devil here? Holy shit. This Devil represents drugs. The Sun is here with the Nine of Wands and the Page of Cups in reverse. When you pair the Devil with the Sun and the Nine of Wands, this is something, it's a heavy energy that makes you euphoric, happy. It makes you feel like you're in your mother's womb again. I think you might be on heroin or something like that. It's a strong medication. You could be on pills. you know, that make you euphoric. They make you feel so good. But you're pretending to be sober and you're not. You're a wolf in sheep's clothing. And you're over here reflecting in secret on how you're even like telling yourself that you're winning. I don't even think you realize how sick you are. This may not be you, but there's someone in your life who has a drug and alcohol problem big time. And they're not really facing it. And it's caused them to end up having feelings for a friend of theirs, spouse, or something like that. That's how all this happened. Now, this might not be going on now. This could have been stuff that happened to you all in the past. But it's affecting you now because that's what you won't talk to this person about. It's like you're not going to tell them that they told me you were full of it. And then that person's response to you was, why am I with somebody feeling you and you're single? All right, so let's find out what the two of you might want to do about that. Because obviously, okay, let's see how else you feel besides they're full of it. Because I think you might have feelings too, just looking at the reading. How else? Because they told me you were full of it, but I didn't believe it because it's in reverse. How else do you feel? I'm reading our text, wanting to text you now, but I don't want to look pressed. What do you want to say, though? Why aren't you texting someone you want to talk to? Because I don't even like to text, but I will text you all day long. Okay, so you have to restrain yourself from texting this person because they're in a relationship with somebody else, and you'll text with them all day long because you love talking to them. Anybody relating? And they're in a relationship but feeling you, and you're single. And somebody here is a fucking asshole. Alright, so let's find out what y'all want to do about this secret relationship. Because you're having a secret relationship. And one of you is having to... Also, somebody's bankrupt. They're not an obsessive lover, but they do think about you. They don't have a bad reputation, but they're dodging bullets. They're carless. They're a wolf in sheep's clothing, but they're not stalking you. They might be just checking out on your social media, but that doesn't make somebody a stalker. We share things on social media because we want other people to see them, right? But I don't suggest taking it slow with this love triangle. You need to make a decision and do it. And you have to decide quick because you're only going to prolong your misery. Stop pretending you want to be single and there's no competition. You need to apologize. Enough is enough. You heard that, didn't you? You heard that, didn't you? Hello, 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 hello. I'll be with you all in just a moment with the questions. All right, so what I want to know is, first of all, I want to ask your angels, flat out, point blank. I don't want to BS. I want to know what's going on here. I want to know, first of all, if you truly learned your lesson and you're sober. That's what I want to know. Because if not, then this person that you're wanting to have this relationship with, they definitely do not need to be with you. You need to work on yourself if that's the case. So the first thing I want to do is I want to ask your angels. The no card is right on the bottom of the deck. Is this person sober? A year from now, no. Okay. Is this person sober now, Spirit? Success and no. So it's like you're pretending to be. Oh my God, I hate when that happens. Is this person sober? Within the next few months, no. I'm not getting good vibes for you being sober right now. Are they sober? That flew out. This is why somebody will not forgive you. Ask your angels. I think it's different for all of you. Can you tell me if they're sober now? Whoa, that flew out. Listen to your intuition, Spirit says. And not the right time. So listen to your intuition about that. Okay. Now, let me say this. If you are in a relationship with somebody, which you already know this because you basically said, I'm in a relationship but feeling you, and you're single, there's that damn blue orb again. Okay. If you're in a relationship with somebody and you have a fling with somebody else, you don't love the person you were with to begin with. There was something huge, ginormous missing from your relationship. Now, does that mean you should just discard that person and leave them and just move on with this new person? Absolutely not. You might want to get therapy. You might want to work out your relationship. But right now, you are in a very fragile, broken commitment because you're having flings with people who are friends with you all. And that is never going to end well. And somebody here, it looks like, is definitely getting drunk or high, okay? I'm just saying, or they might be overindulging in some way. It doesn't have to be, drugs or alcohol. It could be anything. All right, now let's see what the relationship blocks are. What were the blocks that caused you to have a fling? Somebody was being guarded and they hadn't, I can't make it up. They were hiding an addiction. You're tired of being with somebody who's got a drug or alcohol problem or something. Or maybe it was too soon. You were in early recovery. Maybe you were vulnerable. Sometimes when you go to 12-step meetings, they call it 13th stepping because somebody who's been in there for a while, hello, all of a sudden they start hitting on and flirting with the newcomers, and they're very vulnerable because their nerves and their feelings are very raw, and they're just coming off of the drugs, and they have all these feelings they don't know what to do with, and they will use sex as a way of releasing their stress, of letting out stress. And this is just a way of, like, you could have all been in meetings together, and that's maybe how you met. I don't know. But maybe you were giving this person a ride to meetings because they were carless, that kind of thing. Something's going on here with an addiction, though, because it was coming out all over my table before I even pulled the addiction card. And something was too soon. You're being guarded. You're lonely. You were lonely because you just don't care. Trust others and let them into your heart. So you were just being lonely and not caring because of an addiction. That was what was going on in your relationship when you had the affair. All right, are there any blocks to the affair? You're afraid of being lonely, and you're procrastinating. You're procrastinating and rejecting this person with the drug or alcohol problem, unless this is you. If it is you, then somebody is thinking about breaking it off with you, but they're just procrastinating doing it. So the person that you're procrastinating sending the messages to is the one that you're with in the relationship, and you're going to say to them, I'm in a relationship with you, but I'm feeling them, and they are single, and I'm sick of your drug and alcohol use, or whatever you're indulging in. And I want to leave you because I miss them. I miss them terribly, and I cannot let them go. And I'm not going to just sit back and relax. You need to check yourself. You need to get this shit in check. I'm not going to cook for you anymore while you lay around and smoke on your pipe or whatever the F you're doing. Take the pill bottle and hide it in your purse and eat them all in 2 days that's supposed to last you a month. That's what's going on here. You're with somebody and you cheated on them, or they cheated on you because of a drug problem. You're sick of living in this drug problem. Alcohol. That is what ultimately caused you to cheat on your spouse. All right, show me how, or your lover. Show me how you feel about the person you cheated on. Feel like someday, one day, another time. Right now, I can't talk to you. I don't have anything to say to you. Right now, I don't have anything to say to you. Maybe one day, but not right now. That's the one that you cheated on. You don't even want to talk to them. Alright, how do they feel about you? They feel like this is hopeless. So the two of you are pretty much done, but you're going to take it slow. So why are you taking it slow? Because there's a lot of chemistry. Somebody's not bluffing. I'm not chasing. I'm conflicted about Divine Feminine. Why are you conflicted about her? Because this is who you're thinking about having a new beginning with. So there's a lot of chemistry between you and the Divine Feminine, but you're not bluffing. This is not a bluff. This is truly real. And there's no chasing going on because of being conflicted about Divine Feminine having a new beginning. And how does Divine Feminine feel about the other person? Like they're soulmates. And what does Divine Feminine want to do here? Stop chasing thrills. She wants somebody, whether it be her, that could be the bluffing. She might be the one that's bluffing. Somebody here is bluffing about chasing these thrills. And she's conflicted. She has a lot of chemistry with you, but I think she's conflicted because she thinks you're bluffing about chasing thrills. And whether or not she wants you to be with her and have a new start, try again, do this again. Because she doesn't want to have anything to do with the partying at all. She has let you completely go because of it. And she thinks you're a soulmate, either to her or to somebody. How does she feel about the soulmate? She has been shy, timid, suppressing, and maybe secretly admiring. And what is she seeing or whatever? That somebody is exhausted, or she might be. What is she exhausted with, or what's going on? That's a lot of cards. I'm not going to take that many cards. What is the exhaustion about? With them third parties, somebody has no boundaries, and they need to stop having so much ego and pride. So she is, I think she knows that you're with somebody, and look, she's not really willing to give you a second chance. I think she knows you're with somebody who parties all the time. They get drunk when they get up in the morning, and you're not wanting to really be with them anymore, and she doesn't want to have a chance with you, but she thinks you might be involved with it as well. Well, let's ask again. Is this person, is their spouse involved with the drugs and alcohol with them? Meditation brings answers, but it is unlikely. So, Divine Feminine, if you're watching, this person is probably not doing drugs. They're just sick of the other person doing them. And I don't know if you had an affair with them. Let's see where you are in this process. If there is a Divine Feminine here, where is she? She's secretly admiring, and the answer was yes in the past. Show me where the Divine Feminine is here. There's no barrier for her. She's free. She has freedom. She's not stuck behind any barriers. She has total freedom. Alright, but that's been something in the recent past that she's had to get over, was a barrier. Alright, where is the Divine Masculine? She hasn't seen Divine Masculine since spring at some time in the past, maybe. Why is spring here? Because maybe that's the last time you received a message from this person, and whatever that message was, it may have changed everything. Remember, the 100 days have made me older. 1,000 lives have made me colder. What's connecting you two? The winter is here. Oh my God. Destruction. In the winter at some point, your relationship ended because of destruction. Clarify what ended because of destruction. That third party. The third party. You were not guided. You were not being guided when it came to the third party, and you're using and you're drinking destroyed whatever this relationship was. This is what's connecting you, but y'all have a mutual friend. Show me who it is. Somebody that's going through a dark night of the soul. It could be, look, divine feminine in reverse. There could be a divine feminine here who is really, really struggling. It looks like somebody, it looks like there's a third party who's struggling, and they're with her divine masculine. What did they receive that changed everything in the spring? They were unawakened. The answer is yes. Why are you saying they were unawakened? Because they finally ascended. Okay, so they did an ascending process where they were not able to be solitude. So they were unawakened when it came to ascending so they could have their freedom. And you had yours. So what's going to be the ultimate outcome here? Because we see somebody struggling with a drug or alcohol problem. Somebody's going to be bound and they're just not going to understand. So that right now there's just no real, and look, there she is again on the bottom of the deck. Somebody's either divine masculine or a karmic partner or both. Use your intuition. Spirit would never really tell me. Is bound to an addiction. Unfortunately. I mean, it just is what it is. There's not anything. What might be the outcome of this relationship in the next month? May I see, please? Union came out, but in reverse. There's a cycle that's closing out. Why is your union here, but in reverse? Because somebody's going to have a breakthrough. Okay? What's the breakthrough they're going to have? They're going to have regret. They're going to regret something they've done and realize, wow, man, I was really an asshole here. What did you do? Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay. Somebody is going to have so much regret, and their ancestors are helping them to manifest the sun's strength and give them the empowerment that they need to have an apology or forgiveness. Remember I said, have you ever heard this person apologize? Your ancestors are working on this person and teaching them how important it is to either apologize or forgive. There's an Ace of Cups in reverse. Someone could have lost a child here. This is like a lack of self-love. This person obviously doesn't love their self if they have a drug or alcohol problem. What's going to be the outcome of this apology? It looks like a lot of happiness. Oh my God. You're not going to accept it. Whoever they're going to apologize to, that person is going to cause a lot of disharmony, conflict, and triggers. And they're not going to get over whatever happened. Why not? Because they're still pissed off. What did you do to them? Whoa. There was a huge transformation. Pluto, Scorpio, caused something to change, and you expressed the truth. Whatever you said the truth about, this person is pissed off. What was the truth you expressed? That you were confused about a Venus offer, and that you weren't practicing self-care, and you hated yourself. You didn't love yourself. How do you feel about the Venus offer now? Oh, baby, that's what the message is going to be about. You're going to get communication. And this person, I think, wants to talk to you about how unfairly you have been treated. Now we're going to see what they actually want to say to you. What would this person say when we get this communication? Mercury is here. It is all too much, and the passion is too much. So they would say, it was just all too much, and the passion was too much. What would you say? I don't understand, or I didn't understand. I thought I was the man. I have to let you go to find myself. And there's just too much drama. So it looks like they're going to tell you when it comes to this confusion. They were confused about who to make this offer to. And they're going to say, in the past, it was all too much. There was too much passion. And you're going to say, I understand that who I am. It's like, I understand now that I'm divine masculine. That's the feel that it has. And I have to let you go to find myself because you're just drama. It sounds like to me that who I'm reading for is the karmic partner. I don't know who I am anymore. Now I know who I am. It's like this person is waking up to their truth and they're going to express it. What would the other person involved here say? Why do I feel so lost? Why do you feel so lost? Because I feel lonely, remember? And these feelings are no longer going to eat me alive. I'm not obsessed with you anymore. Okay, so this person, whoever this person is, they are removing themselves from the equation. And I think what we have left here is a divine masculine, reversing your roles you need to, who's with an individual, a soulmate, it looked like, who has a drug or alcohol problem. Reverse any roles you need to, because it could be the divine masculine or feminine. It could be any of these people. But one of these people has a drug or alcohol problem. Whoever's in a commitment with them is sick of it, and they want out, and they've had an affair with somebody and found out it was their twin flame. That's ultimately what I'm seeing here. I don't do twin flame readings anymore, but it's coming out. So I'm not going to suppress it. And what will it look like when the two of you have this communication? It looks like you haven't spoken in a while. Somebody is going to say, I've been thinking about this and I don't think I have the courage to change. Why not? Because I want to have a reunion with a soul tie and I need to make a decision. What decision are you going to make? Oh my God, if this ain't, y'all, spirit ain't no joke. They're going to end a cycle and there's twin flames. They're going to they want to have a reunion, but they feel like they don't have the courage. They're going to end the cycle, I think, with the soulmate, but you decide. It's your situation. Reverse any roles you need to. But the way it's timing, look, this divine time for this. I think this person is finally fed up with this person's using. They're fed up. I think they have been hiding it and putting up with it. How do they not F themselves here? You're not allowing yourself to feel your feelings, and you need to allow yourself to feel what you feel. You are going to take a vacation, and somebody's in denial. Don't be in denial. What do you mean denial? Release your doubts and avoid toxic people and see the beauty in the world again. So it looks like you're going to go somewhere and see somebody. Alright, let's look at that. What does Spellcaster see coming for this situation? Messages. Somebody's manifesting something because of injustice and no compassion. What are they manifesting? A transformation for the truth to be expressed and somebody to be healthy, to take care of themselves. They have a lot of passion and somebody here is protected. This person they're with might change. They might actually change where they were not willing to change. If they withdraw their love, the person that they're with, it could be someone they're married to, they might actually snap out of this addiction. All right, show me what we have going on here. The soulmate is in reverse. So for some reason, the soulmate, that would be like whoever the divine masculine, and this, the way it's coming out on my table, it's whoever he's with. What about the soulmate? Look, it's twin flame, y'all. That spirit can't say it any more plain than that. This person is going to finally tell this soulmate, I don't want to be with you anymore. I'm tired. I'm lonely. And I'm in love with somebody else. And it happened because of your alcohol problem. You neglected yourself all the time. And I got tired of watching you self-destruct. I'm longing to be with that person. Alright, I hope you have a wonderful, lovely 4th of July. How's the money going here? Somebody needs to stop spending so much retail. What else? Use your voice and bring happiness to this world. What do you need to talk about? Sharing. And somebody's a mechanic. Outcome of sharing and mechanic. No artist. Why are you saying that? Because this is about media and managing their money. You know what I'm talking about, too. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Let me get these cards off the floor. You're going to have a partnership and not be a rescuer where somebody's had a loss. Outcome of your partnership. You're planning but not crafting. Why are you not crafting? Because somebody's a counselor instead. They're celebrating and their real estate is in reverse. So you might be selling your home or something. Why are you celebrating your real estate? You might be moving from somewhere you hated to live. Somebody is working now at a job and there's not, it's like where I was living was not the perfect place for me, and I'm also an entertainer. So how are you going to like your new home? You're going to be on the right path where somebody had a loss in the past. And you're going to celebrate. So it looks like you're going to move. Some of you are going to move. You may have recently moved. Some of you are YouTubers like I am. Okay, that is going to be a wrap. May I have trinkets, please? I do want to find out one more thing. Alright, I have a huge piece of selenite that goes over there. Somebody has a cat, a cross, a pendulum, a mermaid, an anchor, another mermaid, another cross, a skeleton key, a piece of hair, a crown that says princess, and a leaf for the fall. Something's going to happen in the fall. Something may have already happened in the fall. Alright, may I have a trinket from this bowl right here, please? I have a skeleton key, young and strong, the world, a penny. I don't know who, this is some god. I don't know what kind of god it is. An infinity sign. There's two horses here. A skull and crossbones for a pirate. A heart with a flower. A squid or an octopus. And another leaf. The fall is very significant to this situation. The fall. Okay. And can you show me what spiritual gifts might be operating in this situation? What spiritual gifts are operating here? The tree of life, butterflies, and meditation with nature, getting grounded. One more time I'm hearing. Number 5, number 35, and number 22. And I'm going to give you one more thing before I close. Somebody's gifted with numbers. Number 26. And you need to get grounded. Number 25. And time, again. It's just time. This relationship, I think, has been on hold for a while because somebody's been stuck with somebody who has a drug and alcohol problem. And they're finally going to say, I'm worth more than this. And I'm not going to keep submitting myself to someone who is a drug or, you know, like I worked hard to get where I am in life and you're just destroying everything with your alcohol and your drug problem. All right, I want to see what your best friend would say about this. What would this person's best friend say? May I see, please? Surviving is enough. Keep your head up. And definitely, when you have drug and alcohol problems, you probably are barely surviving. All right, may I have some guidance for whoever you're talking to here? That flew out the bottom. Whoever you are, you have a powerful spirit. All right, we got two things here. We got number 41 and number 5, and I'm going to very quickly read these to you, and then I'm going to close unless anybody is asking for a reading. If you want me to answer a question, I'll be happy to. I don't see very many people watching right now. I think most people will see this on the replay. Your soul is learning about love. Whether you fully realize it or not, you are breaking free from a pattern of relationship that has not been respectful enough for you and your heart. This includes the relationships you have had with yourself, with others, be they friends, romantic connections, colleagues, or strangers. And even the universe, as you allow yourself to feel worthy and release feelings of hate, shame, guilt, or judgment towards yourself. A new spirit of gentleness. I thought we had gentleness. We do, right there. Wow. A new spirit of gentleness, love, and devotion will fill your heart and transform the quality of your connections with others and the universe. A beautiful new world of love is opening up for you. Amalthea, the ancient goddess of nurturing, asks you to have faith. Remember faith? Your ability to love in the power of your heart. Perhaps you doubt, remember doubt your heart sometimes, wondering if it's pure enough, if your love is enough. Maybe you convince yourself that you have to do more or be more than the beautiful being that you already are. You must stop torturing yourself with these mean mind games. They are not good for you, and they are not true. When negativity threatens to pull you down, let your soul speak from a place of feminine power and quiet inner assurance. As you say, I affirm myself and my love. Me and my heart are more than enough. Your heart is one of the special ones. It has the capacity to love in an unusually expansive way. Your heart is one that can care for the whole world. Within your heart is a healing warmth that can touch people, even complete strangers, and change lives for the better. You don't need to try and make this happen. It happens naturally when you are being you. Amalthea, the goddess who soothes, reassures you of your heart's power and value now, and that how you love is more than enough. She reminds you to open your heart to yourself, to love yourself too. Sacred ritual. Feel, pretend, or imagine that you can smile at your heart. Feel your heart smiling back at you. Find your heart smiling to the world. Feel your heart smiling to the world, and the hearts of all living beings smiling back at you. So you're somebody who has somebody has a twin here. And we saw the twin flame, but I think somebody has like a twin. Not identical. A little bit different. Or you might just be close in age. And you look a lot like your mother. All right, number 5. Glider Goddess. Have you given another the power to influence your sense of self-worth or your direction in life? Choose with care whom you allow to get close to you or to guide you. It's obvious and yet easy to forget that if we accept guidance or influence from another, we want to make sure that they are living the kind of life and being the kind of person that we aspire to be. You can learn from and be inspired by others, but you must stay true to yourself. Do not allow anyone else's voice to become more important to you than the divine voice within your own heart. And that includes mine as well. And Spirit will tell you on this channel to use your own intuition in a heartbeat. So when you come here, you're not going to completely get the answer. Spirit's only going to give you what you need to come up with the answer in your own intuition. That's just how it works here. And thank God for that, because I'm just a human being like the rest of you. Alright, is anybody here that would like me to answer a question? Hey, Mickey. Thank you for coming back from Vietnam. Thank you so very much. It's so good to have you. Heaven, are you here? Anybody left? Okay, have a wonderful day. Be safe. Be careful with the fireworks. Be careful if you have a drink today. There's nothing wrong with having alcohol. Okay, there's nothing wrong as long as you're old enough to drink. Just don't drive and just don't get so drunk that you hurt yourself. Have a few and have a few laughs, but know when to say when. You need to know what your limit is, and then tomorrow go back to your normal life again. If you begin to develop a habit of getting up and drinking every day, that's when you need help. Okay, and somebody who is watching or knows somebody who's watching that needs help desperately. And I'm praying that they get the help they need. Namaste.